sometimes with 30 to 90 days. And I mean, if it's government, yeah, they'll tell you 90 days, and they'll probably 6 months later you're still knocking on their door, which is sad because I mean they can pay immediately.
Exactly.
Some people, they use kind of like invoice discounting, like a financing company that take a certain percentage for. Is that a dangerous place to get into, or what's your thoughts on that? And I don't even know how much they charge because I've never personally used the service, but I've heard about it.
Yeah, it's definitely a dangerous place to play in my mind. It's like living off credit cards. It's really not a lot different in the sense of it's a big red flag that something's wrong. So, and what I would say is that a profitable business that is growing at an appropriate pace. So the other thing is your ability to grow is really, in my mind, is predicated on two things. Number one, you have to be profitable. Number two, you have to have a reasonable amount of cash flow. And it's only to the extent that you can be profitable and get your money to return quickly. That's what determines how fast you can afford to grow. So to your point, a lot of people just think like, I've got to grow as fast as I possibly can. As fast as I can get customers, that's how fast I have to grow. The reality, though, is there's companies that grow themselves out of business. They run out of cash. And the longer it takes your customers to pay you, the more dangerous that approach is. The less profitable you are, the more dangerous that approach is. So to your point, if we get into a scenario where we're have to doing like factoring is what it's called a lot of times, which is I'm selling my receivable. The minute I do the job, I'm selling it to a company, takes a big chunk of it, and then they give me all that cash, and then they help me collect it. The problem with that is it's a very expensive way to borrow. And the only reason why a bank wouldn't be a better option is if you don't have profit or you have poor cash flow, right? So it's like if you have those red flags, you fall into the arms of the worst option out there, which is credit cards or factoring. And if you have those other two elements, you can go to a bank, you can find a more stable form of supplementing your cash flow that's actually sustainable, that you can actually continue to use and not get harmed by it.